Select the one sentence that best meets the requirements of standard written English. Taking a look at our choices, we can see that they all in some way portray the future tense. However, each one has its own nuance. Let's go through each choice to determine which would be the best way to describe the president's incoming flight. A. Returning from a successful trade meeting, the president arrives on home soil at 10:30 tomorrow. This choice uses the present simple tense, he arrives. Although it may sound counterintuitive, the present simple tense can also be used to describe future events. However, it's usually used to describe future events that happen consistently. For example, the train arrives at 7:30 every day, or the store opens at 9 o'clock tomorrow. As the president's flight won't be landing consistently, we can mark this choice off. B. Returning from a successful trade meeting, the president is going to arrive on home soil at 10:30 tomorrow. This tense is grammatically correct and can be applied to our current context. However, it's a bit wordy and not necessarily the simplest way to express this thought. Because it's not grammatically incorrect, though, let's keep an eye on it as we take a look at our remaining choices. C. Returning from a successful trade meeting, the president will arrive on home soil at 10:30 tomorrow. This choice is grammatically equivalent to the previous choice, but in a more concise fashion. Instead of using 3 words and saying is going to, it simply uses one to say will. Because it portrays the exact same idea while using fewer words and therefore simplifying the sentence, we can now mark choice B off as we can see that C is the superior choice. Let's now keep an eye on choice C as we take a look at choice D. D. Returning from a successful trade meeting, the president is arriving on home soil at 10:30 tomorrow. This choice uses the present progressive tense. While this is a tense that can be used to describe future events, it has more of a focus on definite arrangements and personal schedules. For example, she is meeting with the teacher tomorrow, with a definite meeting, or we are flying to Miami next week, as a personal schedule. If the president were making this statement himself, he might have said, I am arriving on home soil at 10:30 tomorrow. However, based on our context, this seems to be from a formal report or announcement, in which case the announcer doesn't have a personal connection to these plans. This being the case, we can mark this choice off and mark choice C will arrive as our final answer.